Last weekend I saw a couple creepy videos on something called the Mandela effect. So I looked into it a little further and I was like, yeah, that's still kind of creepy. So I shared a bunch of seemingly random questions with you all on my wall. Which line do you remember from Forrest Gump? Of course you remember life is like a box of chocolates, but the actual answer is life was like a box of chocolates. Here is the clip.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
Clearly, life was like a box of chocolates. But at the awards show, they also said life is like a box of chocolates. So maybe our memory, I don't remember what happened in the actual movie. That was so long ago. Maybe I just, memory, you pull it back and you put it back in your head and all of a sudden you remember, one word different. No big deal. What is the correct spelling of Febreze? Now, unfortunately, I misspelled even the misspellings. I used an FA and people thought it was a trick question. Really what I was getting at, is it 2 E's or 1 E? Most people think it was 1 E. We got this red and we got the green. Though it's almost, I don't know, you could almost go 50-50 and some people don't know. I thought it was 2 E's. Now, I swear it was 2 E's, but maybe that's just because Breeze has 2 E's. When you actually look, no, Febreze, 1 E. What name do you remember? Sex and the City? Sex and the City. I never watched the show. I never watched the movie. I don't know anything about it, but I always remember it called Sex in the City. And if you look at the award shows, Sex in the City. But maybe that's just something people say, and it's actually Sex and the City. But, there's the IMDb. Yeah, Sex and the City. Then there's this guy.
Sex in the City.
I don't know why it's backwards.
No question what it used to be. Hard fucking evidence. And most of you are going to say, oh, he's a graphic designer. He made the fucking box. Plus the in, it's a different color. But thank God my girl still has every fucking thing in here.
That's right.
That says it again, and again.
Oh. It's hard to see, but Sex in the City.
Into the fucking plastic. Carved into the glass. You fucking name it. No, I didn't go out here and make a fucking Sex in the City soaps and all this shit.
Alright, so that's enough of that guy. So, I don't know. Sex and the City? Alright, let's move on. My baloney has a second name, and I don't even know what the right answer is anymore. But I always said Oscar Mayer. I never said Oscar Mayer. So I say M-E-Y-E-R. Most of you say M-A-Y-E-R, and you would be correct. It is M-A-Y-E-R. But I swear, M-E-Y-E-R. Why would Oscar Mayer? It's Oscar Mayer. Oh, Oscar Mayer, apparently. Interesting, if you look at the Google Trends, you will see that sometime around August 2009, people used to be Googling M-A-Y and M-E-Y because we're dyslexic and we can't spell. I blame Trump. Right about this time, all of a sudden, people are Googling the correct spelling, M-A-Y-E-R, more. Is it because someone made a Mandela effect video? I don't know. Maybe it's nothing. Did Curious George have a tail? I swear he did. I mean, yeah, maybe it's just because monkeys have tails, but I swear Curious George had a tail. I remember him sitting there and his little tail that curled up. He's got no tail. In the Field of Dreams, right? This is an easy one. If you build it, they will come. Of course. There's no way that 91% of us got that line wrong. Here it is.
If you build it, he will come.
Which titles are correct? Interview with a Vampire, Interview with the Vampire. It's Interview with the Vampire. Adult diapers. Depends or depend? Well, it's actually 92% of you are incorrect. It is depend. There they are. I don't know what this guy is. This one has an S. Everything else has 1. Depend. Which is correct? Smokey the Bear or Smokey Bear? I don't know. Smokey Bear kind of sounds like it's actually something that you shouldn't be doing. Or, depending on your worldview, I suppose. But it is Smokey Bear, not Smokey the Bear. Who played the original Superman? Okay, this is just spelling, but it is Christopher Reeve. No S. 31% of you got that right, not me. Darth Vader, what did he say in Star Wars? Luke, I am your father. Or no, I am your father. Maybe this guy has something to say about it.
That said, Luke, I am your father. I said to myself, he's lying. I wonder how they're going to play that lie out. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me it now. He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father. Say what?
Whatever. I mean, I was so young, I don't remember. Maybe we just got repeated wrong, just like we did with Forrest Gump and all that. But did C-3PO have one silver leg? No way. I mean, I would have remembered that, right? Because maybe not in the movies, but I would remember the action figures and the toys and stuff. No, he always had two gold legs. I'm a little stunned that 53% of you don't know it. That maybe you need to watch a little more Star Wars. But 10% of you said yes. I don't know if that's just a guess or not. Here it is. Empire Strikes Back. Silver leg there. I thought maybe it was just because it was replaced, you know, got put back together. But no, this was before. It's got a silver leg. I really don't remember that. But they would have had toys and stuff. Okay, well, these toys didn't have a silver leg, but this guy did. What? I mean, okay, this is the new one, right? Now he's got a red arm, but he made an announcement that he had a red arm, and he doesn't have one silver leg. But now he's got a silver leg here, and nothing up there. So, I don't know, that one's weird to me. Whatever. Oreos, double stuff, 1F. We just assume they spelled it correct, but it just looks weird. Like there's no... I don't know. I think I would have noticed that before. Maybe not. This one you're going to get right. There's no way that 94% of you are going to get this wrong. Guess this one wrong. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I mean, it's not magic. It's not magic mirror.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all? Mirror, mirror on the wall, is this not the most perfect kingdom of them all? Well,
yeah, magic mirror. Cartoons from the 80s, Looney Tunes. I remember Looney Tunes because I remember it was supposed to look funny, and there's these two O's. I mean, this looks like Looney iTunes. It's not good. But if you look, here we are. It's right there. But here it says Looney Tunes and then as the other spelling. So did they just change it and this got mixed up in this Mandela effect stuff? Probably. Is there even a Mandela effect stuff? Probably not. Breakfast cereal named Fruit Loops. Now here's another case of the two O's. But this one just looks funny to me. Fruit Loops. This is what I expect. 62%. Fruit Loops. So that looks right, right? Fruit Loops? No, that's not right. If you go to Bing and you search for it, it's all Fruit Loops. It's kind of split, so whatever. Maybe it was just a guess. But this one, I mean, I started learning this piece on the piano. I swear to God, I saw the author's name. It was Charles Schulz. Has a T in it. Because no one says Charles Schulz. Charles Schulz. 80%. Charles Schulz. Not according to Wikipedia. There's no T. I'm about to ruin your childhood here, and I apologize. The 80s show, Mr. Rogers' song. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, right? So, I even tried to put the correct answer first. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Apparently not my neighborhood or your neighborhood, this neighborhood. There's no way. There's no way.
So I could wear it, you could wear it. It looks good under a dress, it looks good under jeans, shorts, whatever, and it doesn't.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
What the? So, the last question here, is there a large sizable island just west of Australia? I'm a little surprised that a lot of people didn't know, but I'm pretty geographically challenged, and I guess if I didn't go there, I probably wouldn't have seen a map and not really known. I appreciate the people that just said no instead of guessed. 31% say yes. I'm hoping that's a guess. 47% say no. There's no large, sizable island off the coast of Australia. There is no, Google, there is no large, sizable island off the coast of Australia. Correct? We're all seeing this. There's this little thing here, but this is just shallow water. Not a big deal. Like, you know, this is off the coast here. Shallow water. There's no large, sizable island off the coast of Australia. Here's a clip from Dazed and Confused. Africa. And there's Australia. And this country, or island. A large, sizable island. Now, I don't know. I mean, is this just like a joke that they played in Dazed and Confused? So, the Mandela effect. Here, let me go through some real stats before. This is apparently, I don't talk to any young people. Mostly people with 2 kids, or just none, answered. I kind of theorized that if the more you go to the grocery store, the more you probably get these correct, but I didn't have enough responses to really like run correlation stuff anyway, and Google didn't make that easy. Same concept with commercials. People thought they had pretty standard memory. Thank you to the ladies. More of you filled it out than men. How many answers did you look up? 3 people looked up 1 answer. I appreciate the honesty there. It's kind of a funny way to answer yes on that one, though. Do you know what is being tested here? So you probably heard me reference a couple times the Mandela effect. Unless you stopped the video and looked it up, you probably don't know what that is. If you go to Wikipedia and you look up the Mandela effect, it redirects you to false memory. Get the keys right here. So if you go to false memory, it's, well, you don't even need to, you can pretty much guess what that is. So that seems like what we are experiencing with all these things that we have wrong. You remember it the first time, and then you pull it back out, and you kind of relive it, and then when you put it back in, if you put it back in with any mistakes, you kind of have rewritten the memory. And 60 Minutes did a whole thing about this, where this woman swears she knows the face of her attacker, and he went away to jail, and then they found out he was innocent from DNA, and then she was like, no way, I recognize him, that's the guy, and then they told him about this whole thing about how you can actually rewrite your memory. So what you do in the cops in that situation is if the cops say, hey, is it this guy? And it looks close enough, you rewrite your memory to match that guy's face. So that could be what's going on. That's obviously the easiest explanation. But of course, everyone wants to do conspiracy theory. Some people say that CERN's doing some weird tests. There's the people that did the, I think the Hadron Collider. I think that's these people anyway. There's someone else that says the world ended in 2012 and now we're running in a simulation, which of course is absurd because no one smart says we're running in a simulation like Elon Musk, Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is someone else talking about the Mandela effect. So if you go on YouTube and just look up for Mandela effect, there's all this stuff. And you can see there's someone who they claim that our bodies have now been reshaped with this whole Mandela effect. Some people say time travelers came in and did all this stuff. Right now, I don't remember the Mona Lisa smirking that much. I thought it was more of a straight across face, but I just Googled Mona Lisa last week, and she's got this weird smirk, like it's too much of a smirk. It's almost creepy. But then the more you stare at it, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe that was it. You know, there's tons of stuff. Like there's like Jiffy, or is it Jif? Like people remember it being Jiffy peanut butter, but if you go to the store, it's Jif now. Occam's razor said, you know, the one with the fewest assumptions is most likely the correct one. And even though it's so strange for me to wrap my head around C-3PO not having a silver leg and Mr. Rogers, that's the easiest explanation that our memory's been wiped as opposed to time travelers. But creepy anyway.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.